was raining that night. As Wilbus Wallaby walked slowly down Nunnery Lane, it was a light rain, a gentle rain, but just enough to send a chill down the spine. Wilbus Wallaby walked along, listening to the sounds of the night. He heard an owl, a frog, a shark, a shark, and from far away, the sound of a lonely violinist practicing scales. But suddenly, it started to rain harder. Yes, it was a heavy rain now. Wilbus Wallaby quickened his pace, and as the wind started to blow in great gusts, he began to look frantically around for a place, any place, to seek shelter. Suddenly, he saw a house with a large porch and a light on inside. He climbed the steps to the porch. Finally, shelter from the rain. But not from the wind. That cruel, harsh wind that seemed to rip away at his clothing as if it had chosen him, Wilbus Wallaby, as its victim. Wilbus Wallaby's heart started to beat faster. He knocked on the door. Slowly, the door opened. But no one was there. Wait! Someone was there. Wilbus Wallaby looked down, and there, standing before him, was a single, solitary, ghostly white kitty. The kitty approached him. It rubbed itself against his leg and purred loudly, as if to say, "Dare to enter this house, and you shall never leave alive." But for some reason, Wilbus Wallaby found himself being drawn into the house, as if controlled by a force greater than he. Wilbus Wallaby entered the house. He found himself being drawn from room to room, as if guided by a ghostly presence that he could neither see nor feel. He entered a sort of library. There was a heavy, musty smell in the room. He heard the sound of scuttling rats. Through the dim light, he could make out bookcases towering above him. Never before had he seen such tall bookcases. His eye followed the bookcases all the way up to what seemed like an impossibly high ceiling. He heard from somewhere a clock striking 9. He felt himself being drawn into the kitchen. There were those scuttling rats again. sitting right there, on the table, just inches away from him. Oh, it was too horrible to picture, yet picture it we must. Yes, sitting right there, on the table, on a flowery china plate, was a cupcake. And on top of that cupcake was a sickly-looking orange frosting. And on top of that was a jelly bean. Oh, and it was, could it be, yes, the jelly bean was licorice. The sheer horror of this sight was enough to shock him back into consciousness. Now, having fully regained his senses, one thought, and one thought only, flashed in his mind like a strobing neon light. Escape! Wilbus Wallaby bolted out of the room, down the corridor, through yet more rooms, another corridor, down, bursting open as he flew, doors like a rocket through the house. He arrived at the front entryway, but standing before him again was the purring kitty! Oh, the kitty was no match for his frenzy, and he sped towards that front door. Oh, wait. The kitty was a match. He ate him. The end.